speak through Fox News and let the independents who are tuning into you, let them know what it is that she stands for, the principles behind her positions.
It used to be that new candidates were advised to brush up on the issues so they could handle questions from anyone, even tough questions. The idea behind that was that it prepared you also for actually governing. But now the advice to candidates is only to talk to sympathetic reporters.
We need to start now by electing strong leaders who aren't afraid to shake it up. We need strong, principled leaders, public servants who respect our Constitution.
We need clarity. We deserve answers, so we don't ask the same questions tomorrow.
Good night, Lon.
Why is Todd Palin scolding Alaska Senate candidate Joe Miller? Well, there's new evidence that Todd Palin is former Governor Sarah Palin's chief enforcer, and that the Palins may have White House ambitions after all. In a leaked email exchange, Palin's husband read the riot act to Alaska Republican Senate candidate Joe Miller for waffling on whether Palin is qualified to be president, after Palin's endorsement, of course, helped Joe Miller win the nomination in the first place. John Harris is editor-in-chief of Politico and joins me now. This tells us a lot, really, about the climate inside the Palin camp. And now Palin has tweeted, by the way, there's no there, but the lamestream media, we count ourselves in that, will keep on trying. So, where are we on Palin mania?
Well, this email exchange, and it obviously now has been authenticated, suggests to me there is a little there. We don't get many glimpses inside Palin's inner circle. She's quite opaque compared to most politicians in terms of who are her advisors, how does that work. So this is a nice glimpse of some real irritation and sensitivity on her part about Joe Miller's rather tepid response when asked if she was prepared to be president. I didn't know the top. Yeah, what's that?
I just wanted to read it because I think, as you point out, it really does take you behind the scenes in a wonderful way. Quote, this is from Todd Palin, of course. Hold off on any letter for Joe. Sarah put her blank on the line for Joe, and yet he can't answer a simple question. Is Sarah Palin qualified to be president? Caps, I don't know if she is. Joe, please explain how this endorsement stuff works. Is it to be completely one-sided? Sarah spent all morning working on a Facebook post for Joe. She won't use it, not now. And then Miller's email that went to his staff, apparently, was, just found this in my inbox, meaning the Todd email. This is what we're dealing with. Note the date and the complete misconstruction of what I said. Holy cow.
Right.
Well, first of all, as Joe Scarborough pointed out this morning, does it really take all day to write a Facebook page, if that's what Sarah Palin is doing to keep busy? But anyway, but it does tell you that they're thinking about the future and they're thinking about politics.
It may say that. It definitely tells me that they are like most politicians, very sensitive about their public image, and they keep score. And I don't blame the Palins for feeling a little bit aggrieved when they clearly had were a major impetus behind Joe Miller's victory.
If she puts her name in the hat, and that's totally up to her, there are a number of others that are there as well, any one of which make a far better presidential candidate than what we've got right now in the Oval Office. But her decision to run is hers alone. It's not our decision as to whether or not she runs. Let me make this unequivocal. She's done phenomenal things for this country. There's no question about that. She's elevated the debate, critical to our race. And let me tell you also, we know what qualified means, don't we? We know that we have a constitutional requirement for somebody that's going to run for president. Of course she's qualified.
All right, well, that is Joe Miller giving perhaps, and I say perhaps, the most tepid endorsement of anybody in their qualifications to be president of the United States.
Look at the Constitution.
Look at the Constitution. Was she born here? I think so. Has she committed a felony? I got no evidence she has not committed a felony.
No felonies. Never mind. Okay,
no, I'm just saying. Well, how tepid was that?
Here with us now.
I don't think that's going to make First Dude happy.
No, I think he was very unhappy.
Yeah.
No.
Sent an email.
She's not going to waste her time working really hard on Facebook.
All morning.
All right, hear this now. I can't do that. You can. See, I should just remember the difference between men and women is that I could, you can make fun of that. I cannot.
All morning on it. That was awfully insensitive of this guy, Joe Miller. If she's working all morning on a Facebook post,
I'll only bring it up because you guys brought it up. Is Sarah Palin important in this race? Obviously, Joe Miller is her candidate of choice.
I think it hurts him more than it helps him. I mean, you know, she does have really low numbers, and people that did support her and walked door to door in the snow. I mean, you think it's cold now? You wait a month. People walked door to door for her to get her elected, and she quit. And there's a lot of things you can do in Alaska, but you can't quit. You can't run dogs and quit. You can't row a boat and quit. You won't survive here if you're a quitter. It's an Alaskan value. So even people that are still conservative, still they see her as a quitter.
A rally in Alaska, Sarah Palin asked whether America is fit to tie Joe Miller's combat boots, and let me be the first American to answer that. You damn right, because he is a liar and would have been thrown out of West Point for lying. With us tonight, Jack Rice, former CIA officer, and Heidi Harris is with us tonight, radio talk show host in Las Vegas. We got to go to the Sarah Palin story first. Jack Rice, are you and I fit to tie his combat boots after what some of the stunts he's pulled up in Alaska? What do you think?
You damn right we are, without any question at all. You want to hold this guy up? Hold him up as what? I mean, that's my big question. And then you think that Sarah Palin's going to be the one to do that? I mean, if this is the best they got, they have very serious troubles. I love the fact how she's actually gone after Murkowski, calling her the liberal. It's outrageous. It's ridiculous. And, yeah, let's tie some combat boots. Tie them together.
Heidi Harris, what do you think? This is going to be pretty embarrassing if Joe Miller doesn't win and Sarah Palin's endorsing a guy in her own state and she can't pull him across the finish line. What do you think?
We do the impossible immediately. Miracles take a little longer. Well, tonight, after 8 weeks, I think we can say our miracle is here. Our miracle is here. There's no turning back. There's no looking back. And what a wild, wild 2 months that has been. But what held me, what kept my course, and Lily, it takes it back to your dad. Ted's motto was, to hell with politics, let's just do what's right for Alaska, and that's what we did. That's what we did.
That is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
That is unbelievable.
Welcome back to Morning Joe, top of the hour. Mike Barnacle is still with us. Willie's in Washington, and joining the table,
She sounds disappointed.
Business columnist Andrew Ross Sorkin. You want to say it again?
No, just
oh, Lord.
So let's keep this music on. Andrew Ross Sorkin.
Oh, what are we talking
this
about?
Murkowski. This is not happening. No, write-in. Let's be positive. Somebody wins as a write-in candidate at the last minute.
But what about all the misspelling?
Race?
What about the misspelling?
Hasn't happened since Strom Thurmond. Was it Thurmond in
1954?
Since Strom Thurmond in 1954.
Yeah.
Your friend.
Exactly.
Listen, it's an amazing thing. But you don't think it's a repudiation?
Of course it's a repudiation.
Yes, it is.
So why are you not casting it in that light? That's what this is about. That's why this is news.
Well, you know, I try to accentuate the positive.
But this is all about one person, Sarah Palin, right? That's what this is. That's what this story is. It's not.
It's about Lisa Murkowski.
Yes.
You
think I'm not giving her enough credit for?
I think you are overly negative. I think you need to look deep into your soul and try to find a ray of sunshine in this story. And I don't know what the other kids at the prep school have done. Maybe they've beaten you up. Maybe they've bullied you. Maybe they took your peanut butter and jelly sandwich and spit on it. I don't know why you're so negative. But let's try
let's try this again.
Andrew.
What I'm trying to suggest to you is that the reason that this is a story, the reason this is a national story, is not because she won. Most people didn't know who she was. It's because of the larger context of the story, and that namely has to do with Sarah Palin.
How sad, Mike Barnacle, the young are so cynical.
Well.
This hasn't happened since 1954.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Mike, this is our moment. This is our moment. And I want to show you what I mean by that. Sarah Palin coming out with a new video on her Facebook page thanking voters for the midterm election results. Let's check it out.
I'm confident and I am hopeful because this is our movement. This is our moment. This is our morning in America. We're going to stand up and we're going to speak out. And it may take some renegades going rogue to get us there. It may take folks shaking it up to get there.
No. No, she didn't.
Oh, my God.
Was that a bear?
Sarah Pack, Mike Allen, we had a grizzly bear and a man chopping wood. What's your take on Palin's message there?
Yeah, well, that growling grizzly is the new young gun for the coming years.
Maybe it was a
Clearly
joke.
Clearly that grizzly in silhouette is going to be her signature. And this was sort of Sarah Palin's victory lap. All the candidates you saw interspersed with your lumberjack and your Mount Rushmore are candidates that Sarah Palin endorsed who won on Tuesday. So you have the governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley. You have the New Mexico governor. So this is her chance to remind Republicans that she supported these people early. And you have that line in there, this is our morning in America. It's yet another in a mounting list of signs that she's thinking seriously about 2012.
All right,
She raised money.
Mike, here's the only problem with that.
Yeah.
The only problem with it is that there were some candidates that she endorsed that won.
Yeah.
But that grizzly bear that she showed would have drawn more votes than Joe Miller in Alaska. The grizzly probably would have done much better than Christine O'Donnell in Delaware. Her endorsement of Christine O'Donnell at the end cost the Republicans a seat in the United States Senate. That is not an opinion. That is an objective fact. And you can say the same thing about Nevada. Sharon Engel in Nevada cost Republicans a seat there. So this talk about morning, you could do another video talking about the reckless endorsements she made that cost Republicans seats in the Senate.
No, that's absolutely true, and there's a lot of talk among Republicans about the fact that they easily could have a tie. They were very, very close to having a 50-50 Senate, and it's because of the Tea Party, it's because of Sarah Palin.
She's extra sassy these days, too, because she's winning. All her mama grizzlies are winning, and they're busting through that glass ceiling. And the mama grizzlies are going to Washington, and they're going to flip your picnic table, Dave. You know what I noticed on Fox News last night, though, is on Fox News they address her as Governor Palin, which is like calling me Dairy Queen employee. I was once, but I quit.
That's right.
There is that point there that somehow Sarah Palin forgets. Oh, well.
Perhaps we are not properly educating our youth in the exceptional nature of America. It's worrisome because this belief in American exceptionalism is something that every new generation has got to make its own if we expect our republic and our liberties to be secure and to live on. For America to survive, we have got to pass this on to that next generation, to the young kids who are here, to the students.
You know, this real America, does it exist, John?
Well, in terms of real American and exceptionalism, look, the most basic thing that people can do in support of a democracy is vote. And we take our votes very seriously. The people of Alaska voted for Sarah Palin, and Sarah Palin quit. Exceptional people don't quit. And I seriously tell my kids this probably 2 or 3 times a week. It's better to lose than to quit. So she can sit there and she can talk about being exceptional. She can talk about better of America. If she were a better person, she would have stood and fought. She chose to check out and to do it to make money. I've got no problem with making money, but that's what she is. She's a reality
I
star.
have a different observation, though. He hears what's going on. That speech, the first 20 minutes, was every vapid cliche strung together. It was complete, almost nonsense.
Suppose Senator John Doe puts forth a constitutional amendment that would outlaw abortion, even in cases of rape or incest, and he asked you to attend the announcement and support him in that. Would you do it?
I would. Yes, a proposal like that, I would stand by it. Let's be completely clear about the facts here. There is no place in the world and no time in history where restricting women's reproductive rights makes a people or a nation more free or more equal. These extreme positions on abortion are, without any question, a war on American girls and women, and the fact that there are women who are both complicit and participatory in it is really neither surprising nor unprecedented. It has always been true, and it is incredibly important that we recognize that despite the fact that we can be very proud of these women as women and as politicians that the question is, how do women as citizens fare on the other side of them either being elected or not elected?